I think there's plenty of soulful electronic music, and you know, that is probably a bad rap that music gets. The other night at the Much Music Awards, you when you received your award, you thanked God and the gays, and I thought that was pretty amazing, because considering, you know, not a lot of people at your level or in your situation would say something like that, and that's, of course, you do all the time. And you've also said that, you know what, I'm determined to continue playing gay clubs regardless of how big things get for me, and that sometimes artists in your situation with gay followings will kind of turn their back on that. Why do you think that happens, and why is it important to you to continue doing that?
I don't really know exactly why it happens. I think for the most part, I don't really like a lot of. I gotta tell you, I don't meet many celebrities that I really like. I really don't. So I don't really know. I don't relate to it. For me, I really worked myself from the ground up. I started with nothing. It was a keyboard and a 400 square foot apartment, which is not so bad. And, you know,
in the city,
400 not so bad, okay. Right? I love that I can say that to you and you understand.
I mean, you know.
So
I live not far from where you used to live on Clinton Street.
Yeah,
right? I live not far from there.
I love that apartment.
Yeah.
Keyboards, turntables in the kitchen, really shitty turntables, and like that was it, and a dream, right? And my father jokes because he used to have panic attacks in the middle of the night because I used to rehearse at like 1 a.m. at this rehearsal space on Stanton Street. Stanton and Ludlow. And we know Earth Matters?
Sure.
Yeah, right, so it's right downstairs. So I would carry my piano myself down the stairs, wheel it all the way to Ludlow Street, and then carry it all the way down the stairs, to this basement area. And he used to have panic attacks that I was gonna fall because I was by myself, and I'm like too headstrong to call anyone to help me out. So that part of my life has just really changed the way that I look at everything that happens to me today. The gay community is the single reason that I'm here today, with the exception of God and my family and the house and Matthew and Vincent, Herbert, who signed me and discovered me. The gay community is the reason that I'm here, because I started playing gay clubs in America, and then I would go to London where they didn't even have Just Dance, and I'd go to GAY to play a little show. I thought no one knew who I was, and there's like thousands of people. I mean, it was like underground communities. It was like I did pop music the way indie rock bands do rock and roll. And how the fuck could I turn my back on all of those people that held me up and said, listen to this girl's music? They really fought for me. I couldn't help me. Yeah. And I love playing in gay clubs. Fuck, I mean, but besides the loyalty factor, like, listen.
Yeah. I mean, and this country still has an interesting relationship on a sort of a mainstream pop level with it. It's gotten better, but you know, we talked about American Idol, that whole sort of wink thing about Adam Lambert this year, and is he or isn't he, and then to have like the big Rolling Stone, like, are we still at the point where we've got to do a big pronouncement on the cover of a magazine? Yes, I am, in fact. You know, Ellen did it how many years ago, you know? And then, you know, I also, another point is, I remember about a year ago, the breakthrough female of the year, I was talking in 2008, in July of 2008, it would probably be Katy Perry, right? Who got a lot of mileage out of a song that, let's face it, got a fair amount of criticism in the gay community, I Kissed a Girl, because quite honestly, it played into this sort of broheme mentality of like, oh yeah, that's hot, you know, a couple of girls kissing, yeah, woo woo. I mean, that's a completely different sort of take on it than you have, which is much more kind of frank and in your face and honest, and these are my friends and this is the reality. I think that's a healthy thing. That's not really a question. It's just an observation. I mean, do you have any thoughts on sort of that take and the fact that, let's face it, girl and girl thing is a little bit more. I mean, there was girl and girls in Just Dance, right? The video. I don't.
You know, it's
but
in
there
all
weren't
my
guy
videos.
on. There's a what?
It's like it's everywhere in my work.
Yeah. But any thoughts on that and sort of like the sort of mainstream attitude?
You know, again, I can't speak for other people,
Right.
and I don't judge how other people choose to represent themselves as artists.
And I don't mean to try and draw you into like knocking people.
You know what?
Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
I've done enough interviews to know the difference,
Right.
and I appreciate a great question. You know what? I think that everyone needs to just make music, or make a dress, or build a show. And, you know, I was always honest about my sexual freedoms. I did say in the beginning that I didn't like answering the question on bisexuality only because I didn't want my gay fans to feel like I was using the gay community for edginess.
Right.
Oh, she's edgy because she likes girls.
The lesbo thing.
Right, and then so I didn't say, I would just say am I bisexual? Whatever you want to call it, you can call it. And then those pictures of me and Lady Starlight in New York were released, and it was kind of like, gas out of the bag, you know what I mean? I can't really say very much more, but I think that I really, as much as I might art direct every moment of my life, I really do feel to an almost nauseating degree in the press that I really focus on my art, and I say that a lot, my art, my work, the technology, the house, my creativity. And people say, oh, there's Lady Gaga again yakking about her art. What do you want me to yak about how I may or may not be gay, or may not, I don't know.
I guess I'm not interested in what your sex life. I'm more interested in whether there's any kind of, because you do have strong feelings about it, whether you want to infuse some kind of statement, political, if you want to call it political, you can call it political, about that kind of thing into your music.
I want people to feel like they can be themselves. I really, my fans, the fame, this record, when they're at my show, it's a fucking free for all. People are having sex in the audience. It's like,
really?
Yes. I remember at the New York show, my sister, actually Madonna was at the same show, and she goes like this. She texted me and she's like, Madonna is 15 feet away from me, and there's two guys having sex in the audience in the pit. This is awesome. My sister's 17.
Oh my God.
And I just remember
and wasn't
thinking,
her daughter with her at that show too?
Yeah, Lourdes.
Yeah.
And she was so cute. Oh my God. But you know, some people might think it's inappropriate. I think it's beautiful, and it's like this amazing event, and it's fun, and I just remember thinking, this is exactly what I wanted. Wow, I've got Madonna and I've got gay sex. You know?